One of these days, I'm going to have to actually uh, find something besides what comes with
Yards?
string yards
That's a
to
cute little ditty,
use.
though.
It is. It's called Into Space, but okay, 45 seconds. That's long enough. Whoops, whoops, whoops. No, I don't want it. I accidentally hit the end stream button.
We haven't even started yet.
Almost hit the end stream. Good morning, Digi. That would
Morning,
have
Digi.
that would have sucked then in the stream 45 seconds into it.
Then we gotta start all over again and start that music again.
Lord have mercy.
Yep.
Oh, let's see here. What is going on?
Ouch. Ouch. I love you, but you need to go. I'm gonna miss you, but I'd miss you more if you stuck around and got in trouble. That means he ain't coming back.
Oh. So besides murder hugs, what has your morning been like?
Oh my god, I was up the entire night. I just went to bed like an hour ago, and then I don't know what woke me up.
You just got to bed an hour ago?
I don't know what happened. I just got this energy thing on Thursdays. I can't sleep at night. Oh, I got whipped cream. What am I messing with that for? I got whipped cream. That's gonna go in my coffee.
Oh. We forgot to double
Yes.
check. We've got an automatic feeder for the cat. It's got 5 compartments,
Oh.
and we've got it set up to go off every morning at 3 o'clock
Oh no.
because that's when the cat
Well, you
was
gotta feed your cat at least 3 to
was
5 times a day.
was
Otherwise, that's
always
abuse.
waking. That's when it was always waking us up that he wanted
Right.
fed.
Right.
So set off his feeder. For some reason, both of us forgot to double check his feeder, and it was all 5 compartments were empty.
You gotta feed your cat 5 times a day, man.
At 3 o'clock in the morning,
I'm guessing who woke you up. It was
he's
time.
waking both of us up
Of course.
that he
Quality,
wants
yo.
that he wants fed. Now, the wife said he started on her at 2:30. But at 3 o'clock, he was over licking my face and making punching dough
Oh,
on
making
my
biscuits.
cheeks.
Oh.
Yeah, making biscuits on my face.
Oh, at least he
And
wasn't
he
sitting, you know.
and he has not been declawed.
Oh shit. Okay, that's not good.
So I've got these little claw marks all over the side of my face.
Oh, he did it out of love.
So I got up, fed him, and let Spanky out. And then I get Spanky's food together. And just as I'm getting ready to set it down, Spanky starts barking. He wants back in. So I go over and let him in. Come back, grab his food and his fresh water, go to set it down, and the wife comes walking out. Now, she normally doesn't get up until 5, right? An hour after I do. So I'm starting to head to the coffee maker to make my coffee. And she hip checks me and beats me to the coffee pot.
Mm.
So I go and sit down, boot up the computer, get started on things I do every morning. And she comes over with her steaming cup of coffee. Would you like me to start your coffee for you, honey?
Wow.
Mm. I've usually got my cup of coffee in my hand when I turn on the computer. I'm already sipping on that juice of the gods.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that after 2 or 3 of them, I'm finally actually awake and functional. 2 or 3 16-ounce doses. It comes over. Would you like me to start your coffee for you, honey? No, I'll make
No.
my own. Thank you
Again.
much. So now she's up an hour and a half early.
Mm-hmm.
She goes back, she gets her shower, and she comes out and she goes, "Honey, I'm hungry. Can you
Oh
make
no.
can you make me some breakfast?" Sure, no problem.
Oh my
I
God.
really I really feel like having biscuits and eggs.
Oh my God.
Dear, I don't have any frozen biscuits. But you know how to make them.
Oh Jesus Christ. I bet she does too.
No, she doesn't.
YouTube gets more recipes for biscuits and stuff every day.
So I break out my biscuit recipe and whip together a small batch of biscuits and make her take some ham, chop it up, some bacon, chop it up, some onion, chop it up, a bell pepper, chop it up, get those all pan frying, get the biscuits in the oven.
Ooh.
And when all that stuff is cooking up and going real good, bust up a couple eggs, throw across the top of them, melt some cheddar cheese into it, fold them up, take a cookie cutter, take the biscuit cutter, the same biscuit cutter I use for making the biscuits,
Uh-huh.
and punch out the egg so it fits perfectly on the biscuit.
Oh.
And she eats one.
Oh.
It's like, well, do you want one to take for lunch? No, because they'll be cold by then, and I don't like the biscuits cold. I like them warm. So I'm sitting here with the half a dozen biscuits.
Wow. That's a big breakfast.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can't make just two. You can't make just two biscuits.
I know.
When you're making them from scratch.
I know.
But it is what it is. That she broke her toilet broke on her yesterday. So I
At
go to the
work or at
store
home?
at home.
Okay. Did the
So
toilet or was it just the toilet seat?
no, it was the refill float.
Ooh.
So I need to go to the bank anyway. I need to get gas for the truck anyway. So it's like, okay, I'll go down to Home Depot, buy what I need, come, run all my errands and get things done, come home and turn it out, fix it up, right? Well,
Uh-huh.
whoever had installed the refill thing before had stripped out the plastic threads.
Oh no.
So I had to get a crescent wrench out to take off the plastic nut holding everything together to the bottom of the tank. Get that off, get everything put together, start checking it out. Somehow or another, the flapper valve broke. The rubber seal for the flapper valve.
Yeah.
So now I shut off the water to the toilet. Told her she can't use the toilet in her bathroom. She's got to use the toilet in our bathroom. And
Oh,
I'll go to Home Depot again today and buy a new flapper valve to put in. And the, I can see this is just going to be one of those weekends. If this has already started on Thursday and Friday, this weekend is going to be hell. It's just going to be one project after another.
um,
But I am starting my Thanksgiving Day cooking this weekend.
ooh.
So I've already got my menu planned. And yes, I know it's 2 weeks out. But my sister's arriving on that Monday just before.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to be able to do any cooking on Monday or Tuesday. So I've got to have all my cooking done by, have anything that I want to get cooked and can be put in the refrigerator or
Yeah.
freezer done by Sunday. And, because Wednesday and Thursday will be dedicated to this last bit of things that you have to cook fresh.
Yeah.
But I've already warned her. I'm not going to the extravagant levels like I did last year.
Yeah, because it sounded like you were going nuts last year.
Oh, I go nuts every year, but this year I'm just not doing it. I'm not baking 9 different pies. I'm not. I'm going to use store-bought pie crust this year. I'm not going to make my own pie crust this year.
Oh,
I'm just going to go ahead and use store-bought. But I'm going to make individual pies though.
oh my
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to sit down and I'm going to eat my pumpkin pie.
God. I think this is the first year I really don't want to do Thanksgiving. Like, I don't want to be bothered with it.
I can understand that.
Okay.
I really and truly I can understand.
I
If
mean,
it
it's just
was
me and my boy, and it's not a lot of fun to cook a huge friggin' meal for 2 people. Like,
all right, where's your daughter?
you know, she doesn't eat that shit.
Oh, that's
It's her
right.
autism. She has food avoidances, and basically, she eats starchy food like spaghetti, sometimes oatmeal, sugar and butter. But I think that's or pancakes. Oh, she loves McDonald's pancakes. If I'm gonna go like as a surprise, I'll be like early Saturday morning. Hey boy, let's go get some donuts. She's like, can we go to McDonald's and get hot cakes? I'm like, yes, princess. So boy, I'll get a donut. She gets her pancakes and she devours them with a stack of syrup, and she's a happy girl for the day. But yeah, it's chicken.
That's
Oh my
I,
god. I try to like trick her eating a tiny piece of Little Caesars, and that girl looked at me like I was trying to poison her. I mean, she saw me break a piece off the pizza and look at her out the corner of my eye, and she took off running, 10 toes on the ground, and she was gone. Zip. Nope. I
she
don't
no
know what
dummy.
the deal is with her though. It's like you can't catch her when she's in flight. It's like, okay, you ever see those Temple Run games on like an advert on the mobile phone or on your PC, and it's like the person's going down a straight stone walkway really high up in the air, and they're ducking arrows and jumping over
Oh
hurdles and
yeah.
slide. That's her. Like when we were in therapy, there was the waiting room, and then you go through a long, narrow hall. Like you could put your hands out and touch sheets out of the wall without moving. She would escape and start running that hall to go to the play area, and all of a sudden, all the therapists were opening their office doors. Some would stick their foot out, some an arm out. You would have nothing but air. She was just like that temple game. She would jump over people's legs, duck under people's arms. One person grabbed her hoodie and she just slid right out of it and kept going, not even stopping. And then she leaped into the ball pit, and as far as she was concerned, she was home free. Yeah. That
Wow.
yeah, she's good. It's no wonder she was able to escape in the middle of the night twice after I set everything up so perfectly. Like she ain't getting out this time, and nope, I find my whole house fucking rearranged, and the window is open, and she is gone. Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the second time. The third time she almost escaped. It took me a little longer, but I've got her. It's just, when she's
So,
determined
so
something's
you're
gonna
going
happen, it happens.
so you're going to go to McDonald's, buy 2 dozen pancakes,
No,
put them in the
I thought about
freezer,
it. I don't have a
and give
freezer.
her or put and then just give her a couple at a time.
No, McDonald's is freaking expensive now too, man.
She won't eat
I'm
homemade
not.
pancakes.
Oh no, she likes them. I'm just too freaking sleepy to make them. I'll set the house on fire accidentally. I am too
Oh,
sleepy in the mornings to be doing this. I used to make them every morning before she go to school and make her pancakes. She made her own lunch and packed it up neatly in her lunch bag. I didn't need to stand over her. She got up in the morning. Good morning, mommy. It's time for school, and she would go make her lunch. I'd make her breakfast, and she'd get dressed while I was doing that. And she is a morning. There's nothing worse than a morning person, and that's what she is. She is exactly a morning person.
when it comes to pancakes, if you got to make pancakes in a hurry, and
Um,
I keep this stuff around is from back when my kid was young,
did
living
you
at
make
home.
the batter in advance or something?
Bisquick's got that plastic container that all you got to do is add some water, shake it up, and pour it onto the griddle.
That never even occurred to me. It's
And
just powder and water. What the hell, man? I can make some freaking batter. It's just get a bowl,
and
the powder and the water, and bam, you're good.
the Bisquick's got that little container. You just shake it up, and boom, you got instant pancakes ready to go.
She can make her own pancakes too, but if she's making her lunch already, I'm not gonna make her own breakfast too. Jeez.
But well, see, that's I kept those in the house for like on a school morning when the kid wanted pancakes before school. I'm
Well,
not
she's got
going to
a
go to all the aggravation to make pancakes from scratch.
she's got a tiny waffle maker. She begged me for it, and I got it for her birthday one year. It's
All
real
right.
tiny, and she'll make her own pancakes in that. And she'll be really meticulously careful, and then take two tiny pancakes to her room, smothered in syrup. Hi, mom. Bye, mom. And just I'm like, oh God, please don't eat in your room. Okay, mom. She keeps going.
Yeah. I bought a box of that. The wife got it for me. This Krusty's pumpkin uh,
I've seen it. I got the Walmart brand, the pumpkin pie pancake batter mix.
pancake batter mix, right? And
Oh
this has
my
got like
God.
5 individual baggies, and each one will make like 6 pancakes.
They're
You add
supposed to
one
be
egg, add
6 pancakes.
some water, mix it together,
It looked good, but I haven't made it yet. I know I
and
should probably make it soon.
then what I do is I add in. The wife got me that pumpkin flavoring for coffee. So I'd add a tablespoon of that into the batter, and I'd make it a little thicker because she wants me to make waffles out of it instead of pancakes. So I make it a little thicker, add some bacon bits into it. She's a happy camper then. She's got her
Ah,
waffles, and she actually doesn't mind the pumpkin flavors because it's as long
oh man.
the woman I can take the exact same batter,
Hmm.
make it in a waffle, make it in a pancake. She will not like the pancake and love the waffle. The exact same batter.
Um,
And she will think the pancake is, it's okay. It's okay. Oh man, these are the greatest waffles.
eh, it's the same friggin' thing, you little. Yeah.
Mm, but I I got one of those Belgian waffle. I've got 2 waffle makers. Well, actually, I got 3 waffle makers.
Oh,
I
look at
got
you, all
I,
fancy.
well, no, it is. I got the Belgian waffle maker.
Oh,
That's the
waffles.
primary one we've got. Then I've got one that makes the 4 Avenger symbols. I got that for the when the grandson used to spend the night with us.
Ooh.
So I'd make him waffles in that. And then I've got one of those little chaffle waffle makers. They make the 3-inch waffles.
Yeah.
They cost like $10 at Walmart.
Yeah. That's what my daughter got. A little teeny tiny one.
And I've got I think I've got 2 of those. Or yeah, I've got 2 of those, and I've got one of the pancake ones.
Man, I want
So
the Christmas shape ones. They're like $30 though.
Christmas shape. What?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen the Christmas shape.
It's a giant friggin' waffle maker, and it has like 4 shapes on the, what do you call it, on the skillet. Like one will be a reindeer, one will be a Christmas ornament, one will be a stocking, and one will be Santa or an elf or something. Those things are cute.
Christmas waffle maker. All right, so let's see what we got. All right, let's see. I've got ones that make individual ones. Let's see if this is.
They got them for every holiday, and I love that. I was
Okay,
gonna get one for
I'm
Halloween
not
one day.
signed in, so I can share this. Here's one that popped up for Amazon.
That's what I was looking for them on Amazon. And there's one company that makes all the different ones. Yeah, like that. Those are friggin' cute.
That make miniature waffles.
Oh, that one has this safety markers you can color. No. My daughter
Well,
might
hey,
color one, but
Spanky.
she won't eat it after. And my son won't color it. He'll just eat the damn thing. Can you stop? I hear you all the way out here.
I I wouldn't color them in. I'm not going to take that much time.
I want to eat them while they're hot.
Yep,
And the
that's
butter will
it.
melt on them.
What when I'm making waffles, what I'll do is I get the butter out early,
Mmm.
and so it gets softened up, and then I put the oven at 275,
Mm-hmm.
and get out cookie sheet waffles. Put the butter on them, throw them on the cookie sheet, throw them in the oven until I get all the waffles made up.
Is it weird that I like butter and syrup?
No,
Okay.
because I like butter and syrup on mine.
Okay. Because some people are weird. They act like it has to be one or the other and there's exclusive or something. I'm like, nah, man.
And sometimes I'll even mix the syrups. If I go to IHOP,
Yeah.
every now and again we'll go to IHOP for breakfast. We haven't gone to IHOP for breakfast in a long time.
Ow, that's
And
what. I'll be right there.
there's
He won't stop.
another place we like going for breakfast. It has a chorizo hash browns, and it's served to you on a scorching hot cast iron plate.
Ooh.
Oh, it is chorizo, but anyway, but IHOP's got 6 different types of syrup. So I'll divide my waffle up, and I'll use a little bit of each one of them syrups on a different bite of waffle. I may. No, I am not going to waste $40 on a waffle iron I'll use once a year.
Right? That's what I said.
Because I was going to say,
If I were going
that'd
to do
be.
that, I would have gotten it for Halloween because that's my favorite holiday. Anyway,
I would do this for my sister coming down just to
make it all
but
cutesy.
to make it all cutesy for her.
But that's an
But
investment right there as far as I'm
yeah,
concerned.
$40, that's a lot of money.
It really is.
And who knows how well those things actually turn out.
Yeah.
And besides that, I am not going to color the waffles. Oh, wait a second. What the hey? Something's wrong here. Look at that picture.
Oh God. When somebody tells me look at that picture, that's usually turns out to be the last thing I want to do. What's wrong? Okay. Edible markers. Okay.
Now, look at this picture. What is wrong with this picture?
There's no shape on it. There's
The
no shape.
top of it has no shapes. It's
That's what I'm
smooth,
saying.
but
So are
that
you
ma-
saying they flipped them over to toast them more? I mean, that flat them out, wouldn't it? A little bit? I don't know, man. It, the math ain't mathing on that one.
the design is only on one side, and it's on, you filled the design with the batter. It's got to be. And then they took them all out and flipped them over. And besides that, who in the devil? I have never made waffles without either overfilling or underfilling.
There you
I've
go.
never put
You
the
never made it
perfect
perfect.
amount of batter. So there's no way that that thing should be that clean after making those waffles.
Mhm.
I know I'm being picky here, but
No, it makes sense. If I were not halfway poisoned on allergy pills, I probably would have brought it up myself. But thank you for pointing that out. That's a very strange thing.
mm, let me close this tab. I do not want to look at that.
It's
I'm
tempting
not
me
going
to
to.
say, fuck it. You know, what's one more thing that I only use once a year? I can do this.
All right, now here's something I could consider.
What?
Okay.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
And Walmart has a chaffle size that makes Santa Clauses, and it's $9.
Or what?
It looks like it makes individual pancakes.
Okay.
It's $9 with a Santa Claus waffle.
I don't know.
So nine. I mean, I'm $9 for something I use once a year. Okay, that's not death and destruction.
Right.
Okay, not like a.
I mean, technically, if they don't have the little dents in them, are they even waffles? They're just pancakes
Oh
with
no
funny
no
shapes.
no! This has got the little dents in it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, is it going? It's let me share it this time. Okay. See, it's got the little dents in it.
Oh, okay. That's cute though.
And it makes and it's that miniature one, the chaffle
Oh.
size. So I mean, I would do that.
See, I'd be the greedy pig, putting syrup in the batter and using those to make a McGriddle.
Oh yeah.
McGriddle, man, I miss McGriddles. That's the only thing out of McDonald's I miss is a friggin' McGriddle.
Now see what the
They
wife
were
would get
good.
mad. The wife would get mad at me because I'd buy 2 or 3 bananas and
Oh no.
I'd put them in. I'd put hands off signs on them.
Oh my God,
I'd
really?
wait. I'd wait for them to get overripe and then mix those in with my batter and make banana flavored waffles or pancakes
I
out of them.
I would not say no to a banana flavored waffle.
But see, she loves bananas. So, knowing that I
You
bought
have to.
knowing that I bought three bananas that she has to look at for 5 days until they got overripe enough for me to use in a waffle batter.
Oh man.
that that ruined her life.
Oh, just like my daughter in wearing pants. You're ruining my life. Does she tell you you're ruining her life?
No, but I would hear it.
Um,
I would hear about it. You only bought three bananas? Why'd you only buy three bananas?
I buy five at a time because boy eats one with breakfast every morning.
So, and well, see, my answer was this. Well, if you want bananas, why didn't you put them on your grocery list?
And make your own hands off sign.
Okay, because I when she buys fruit and such, I
Uh
don't
huh.
touch it. I don't touch them
Oh, okay.
because usually she's buying them for her lunches,
I wonder.
apples, oranges, or whatever, because she packs her lunch when she goes to work.
I wonder what mangoes would do in a batter. What they would taste like.
Mm.
They smell so good. I really kind of want a mango right freaking now.
I know I've got to go to Winn Dixie today or tomorrow.
You're gonna get me a mango?
No, I am out of rhubarb jelly,
Oh shit! I
and I'm
didn't know
going.
any place sold rhubarb jelly.
Well, it's strawberry rhubarb, but Winn Dixie
Ah,
sells it,
I've
and
never seen anything with rhubarb on a shelf in the store ever.
this is over. At least the Winn Dixie I go to. These are on little end caps in their
Oh,
fruit and
okay.
vegetable area.
I hear you.
They're expensive. They're $7 a jar, but
Damn.
yeah, I
I
know.
feel guilty if I spend $3 or $4 on a bottle or a jar of raspberry preserves. I feel
But
horrible, like I've destroyed everything.
it takes me. I mean, I spaced it out to where it takes me about 2 months to eat a jar.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like I'm buying a jar every week. It's like about every 2 months I go over and buy and splurge $7 on the jar.
Okay, I hear you.
It's like the it's Second Harvest, I think's the name, the brand, and they
Okay.
they make the absolute best apple butter.
Oh,
So, and I mean, I really like apple butter too. So,
I ordered pumpkin butter and it never arrived. I need to check see if I can refund that because I ordered that weeks ago and it never showed up.
I got some pumpkin butter and pumpkin maple spread from Aldi's,
Ooh.
and the pumpkin butter was amazing,
Of course it was. Damn, I'm getting weak
especially
in the knees at that.
especially on pumpkin waffles or pumpkin pancakes.
Um,
Yeah, pumpkin is my favorite flavor.
it should be. I'm waiting for the eggnog ice cream to come out. Eggnog ice cream is the best.
I can't remember if I've ever had that.
Oh my God. There's this one company, they make the Mexican ice cream pops. They put out an eggnog pop. There's no stick, it's just a length of eggnog frozen in plastic, and it's so fucking good.
Oh, the the wife got tired of me buying those cheap uh, freeze pops. They come in the mesh bag, $3
Oh,
for
yeah.
a bunch of them. She got tired of me buying those,
Oh
and
no.
so she went to Sam's and bought me a box of Italian ice. Same thing. I mean,
No, it
they're
isn't.
well, no. What I'm saying, I mean, it's the liquid inside of a plastic tube that you freeze.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
Nah,
right. It's not the same thing.
when I was little, the corner store was run by an old Italian guy, and he used to get Tino's ices, and there it's a little cup, and it's a yellow background with green writing on top, and it come with a little wooden spoon. or
Mm-hmm.
paddle or whatever. And they had flavors like cola and cherry and watermelon. Damn, excuse me.
Bless you.
Allergies are at work this morning. Damn. They got up earlier than me today. But they had the coolest flavors. And my mom would get them for me every so often. I said, stop. Thank you. Now go. Okay, do you need help? Do you need help? Get out. Go play. Go eat. I'm calling your dad. I don't know what's going on with him today. But yeah, my mom will get those for me. And oh, the coconut ones and the pineapple, those were so fucking good.
But yeah, I like Italian ice. I mean, I even like sherbet. I like just about. I mean, there's
Oh
so many
man.
different things that are frozen that I like. You know, I mean, it's not just ice cream.
Mm,
But
yeah.
I think what I like about these frozen sticks, you know, that I get that I buy is two of them is usually enough, but to do what I wanted to do.
Uh-huh.
But I've got to eat. I can't eat just
You
part of a
can't get
pint
that
of ice
brand down
cream.
here though. You can only get it in the tri-state area. I
I
think
mean,
there's
I
a brand
can't.
called Lindy in Walmart, but that's it.
Yeah, I can't eat just a pint of. I mean, just a half a pint of ice cream. If I pop a lid off a pint of ice cream, that whole thing's going to be gone. I'm not going to eat just half
Yep.
of it.
Yep. You can't. How can you do that? That's not even like it's like denying gravity.
Right.
Oh my god, I saw a video where they label it astronauts come back to Earth and they forget gravity's a thing, and they'll be talking to a reporter and holding a pen and using it to like make a they're outlining an image or something and they're using their pen to make their point and then they keep talking, they lower their hand but they drop the pen, you know. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, you spend months and months and months in outer space, you pick up
Some of them
habits.
just collapse. Like, jeez, dude, what?
Well, you can tell who did their isometric exercises and who didn't.
Um,
You know, who used their band or who used their band exercises.
uh,
You know, that's where all those strength bands came from, was from NASA,
okay.
because, you know, that's how they got the astronauts to exercise.
Yeah.
Because those strength bands, you know, they, in and of themselves, they don't weigh anything. So they don't overload the ship then when they get in outer space, the resistance is still the same.
Okay.
You know, the resistance in outer space is still the same resistance as it is on Earth, because it's not relying on gravity like barbells do.
Oh, there you go.
So those all those neat things that people are using now was all developed for keeping astronauts muscle tone up. Well, like they say, you can always tell which ones don't do it and which ones do. Just watch them their first day back on Earth.
Learn something new every day.
The ones running around in wheelchairs, the ones actually walking. I've read, like I said, I read a lot of sci-fi.
Whatever works, man. Hey.
Yeah, but it got cold this morning.
Yeah, I was like 70. I was like,
It,
how the hell is this 70?
it was 50 degrees out this morning when I got up.
Ain't that
I,
something?
I went to let Spanky outside, and he wanted me to play ball with him, and I'm wearing my shorts. I walk out there, and it's like 2 minutes later. I'm like, okay, dog, yeah, let's finish this up. You run around enough where you have to go pee. Then let's get inside. I'm cold.
Damn.
Yeah, well, darn, I was like, okay, it's getting autumn here. It's the middle of November, but it's finally getting autumn here.
Damn.
What you think so funny about that?
I don't know, man. I'm just chilling.
It's I'm mm,
Mm.
I would be happy if it was 72 degrees year round. 24/7, 72 degrees.
I'd be okay with 60 degrees. That would be nice. That's not even sweater weather.
I showed the wife a video taking it south at one of the South Pole scientific stations.
Okay.
All right, it was negative 17 out, but there was no wind blowing, but it was still a negative 17.
Um,
And she looked at me and in all seriousness asked, "Can we move there
where?
to the Antarctic?"
You know, it's funny. As a little girl, I would go barefoot and short sleeves and shorts in the fucking snow to walk the dogs, and my mom used to get so mad because it made her look bad. You know, I wanted to say, well, you kind of are though, but I kept my mouth shut because I wanted to live. And now it hits 50, and there's no snow or rain around, but it hits 50, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna steal one of the kids' old sweatshirts or something, and I can't go out like this. I put
When
socks on under my sandals like I'm an old granny or something. I don't even know.
when I was 16, 17, and 18 years old, my brother and I ran a business doing snow plowing people's driveways.
Oh, okay.
And yet, most people's driveways were between 15 to 30 yards long.
Oh,
Some of them would be 100 to 150 yards long, and a couple of them would be a quarter mile. But most of the people who had the really long driveways like that usually had their own tractors. But we would rent a tractor from my uncle. No, we rented the tractor from my dad, rented the blade from my uncle. And my brother and I'd go out and plow snow. I
all right.
wore a I wore a pair of long john pants,
Okay.
the bottom halves of a pair of long johns, a pair of jeans, a t-shirt, a flannel shirt, a pair of lightweight gloves, and a knit cap.
All
And
right.
I'd be perfectly fine all day long. No problem whatsoever. Took a thermos of hot chocolate with me, and I'd be good to go all day. And I'm talking 0 degree weather.
Ooh.
You aren't going to get me out of the house at 0 degree weather, no matter how well I'm bundled up.
Oh no.
I would have to have those one of those outfits that had the built-in heaters built into everything. And yeah, start the car up and let it run for 20 minutes and get that inside that car nice and roasty toasty before I step foot into it. I am not going to go out and no. I below 40 degrees, I've got no use for you no more. I'm not, no, I'm not going to do it.
Ooh.
It just hurts too much.
Um,
It's amazing how much pain cold weather can inflict on a person.
yep. You're not wrong.
Mm. All right. So, what are your plans for the weekend? What are you going to be trying to knock out or knock in
Avoid
or
my
knock up?
ex-husband. That's all I want to do is just avoid the hell out of my ex-husband. That's my plan.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Pray I succeed, y'all. I
Uh,
believe in prayer.
like I said, I'm going to go ahead and fix the toilet for the wife today. And then I'm going to start buying my blueberries and
Oh, nice.
the cranberries and getting everything cleaned up and in the refrigerator so that I can, make my son a blueberry pie, make the wife her apple pie,
Okay.
get my pumpkins and start getting them cleaned out to make my pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Start getting everything organized because next week is going to start cooking season, particularly next weekend. We'll start
I'm
the baking
uh,
time.
this cooler's gonna be like a constant Tetris game once Thanksgiving gets a little closer.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And I gotta break out the buffer though here this week too and clean all the fronts of the stove, refrigerator, dishwasher. I cheat. I bought an orbital buffer
Ooh.
and I use that to clean all my stainless.
Okay. If it works, it's not cheating. You paid for it. It's yours. You know. I ain't judging. I'm not in a
I,
position to judge anybody. Actually, I'm debating the idea of actually getting a pre-cooked turkey, which I haven't done since I was first year I was married. We did that because he didn't tell me that on the first shitty apartment we were in together. I moved in with him, and he didn't tell me that I can either run the top of the stove or inside of the stove and not both. And my father and his wife visited us that year, and I was trying to make a Thanksgiving dinner, and it wasn't happening. And he didn't tell me until the raw turkey had been in there for an hour. And he's like, yeah, you can't cook your stuff on top of the stove and expect the oven to work. And I flipped my shit. An hour into getting shit ready is not the time to tell me this. So guess who all piled up in the car and went to the Winn-Dixie and got a pre-cooked turkey? We did. I felt so bad. Nothing came out. Everything was pre-cooked. I was so mad.
mm.
That was the saddest Thanksgiving ever.
Well, see, I went and bought myself a little. It's actually for mechanics, but it's a not real low stool. It sets about 20 inches off the floor, which is perfect
Uh-huh.
for me. And I've got that for in the kitchen to when I've got to get down low and spend any time low. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I'm cleaning baseboards or anything like that. And since it's got wheels, I can just push myself along doing whatever I need to do.
Oh my god. there's this long cow, Shani. I've talked about her before, but
Oh,
she did
Shanny
some.
for Christ.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did
we
the
all know
thing that
her.
just made me fucking scream and throw my arms up and like, what can I do? She had the desk chair out of the living room in the kitchen and was scooting all around on it like it was a wheelchair. I got so mad. Like, get your ass up and chop, like, cut those tomatoes up, standing up, you hoe bag. Like, damn, nobody. Damn it, man. What the hell's wrong with you, lady?
The- you're ouch, ouch. You're kidding me.
No. It was a desk chair, and she was pushing with her feet, scooting around in the kitchen 'cause she didn't want to stand at the counter. She's just, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. I can't. I can't. How do I compete with that bullshit? Ugh. And she would take plastic bags of vegetables like they came out of the freezer section, not open them up and put them in a bowl, just throw the plastic package in the microwave and cook them like that. And I know everybody argues me, but they're supposed to be like, no, no. Just because they can doesn't mean it's supposed to be. You're supposed to put them in a bowl with a lid. Don't do like that. Don't. Mm-mm.
Nah, have you seen? I've seen somebody do. They took a couple of straight razors, or not straight razors, but safety razors.
Okay, and
Yeah. Okay, you know what those are? Safety razors.
yeah, I've seen them. So what
Okay,
happened? Somebody got
all right.
stabbed? What happened?
No, 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 no. Took those and a couple of plum cherries, put them into a container, shook them up, and said by shaking those up with the safety razors in there, the safety razors diced up them plum cherries or plum tomatoes.
Okay. I love tomatoes. Okay.
And I'm sitting there going, there is no way that worked. There's no way, no matter how new those razors were, they did not dice up into, especially to where they looked like they were professionally diced, all the same size. People, watch out for the scams when you're watching people come up with these cooking hacks because it's not going to happen. They're they're not going to happen whatsoever. Oh, I am trying to. This is the bad thing about being married as long as the wife and I have been married. I still have no idea what in the world to get her for a Christmas present or
You
birthday
don't.
present or anniversary present.
Oh my god. So you don't know what to get her for Christmas.
Nothing that she doesn't already have.
Okay.
Or something that's like, okay, that'll just be another dust collector. You know?
Okay. I see it.
It just you reach that point in your life where you don't really need or want anything. And if you want something, half the time she's already gone and bought it.
Okay. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. Now see, like I have been cheating here past 2, 3 years and find little pieces of stained glass things for her to put up in the
Aw.
windows.
Aw.
So, because she likes that. That way the window's not bare and the sun comes through and it's adds a little bit of color. But, I'm running out of those things to buy her.
Oh no.
I got looking at what's out there, and it's like, okay, I've already got that. I already got her that one. I already got her that one.
Um,
Oh, do yourselves a favor. There is
what?
an app out there, a social media app called Lemon.
Okay. I've never heard of it. Thank you.
Stay away from it.
Oh, what happened?
Stay away from it.
The only one I really use is Twitter. I don't use Facebook or I loved MySpace, but I didn't put my personal stuff on it. I just like making my homepage over and over with different soundtracks and different cute
I
pictures.
I got it because it was recommended to me for a bunch of great recipes, which
And
it
they knew
does.
how to get you.
It does have a lot of great cooking recipes and cooking stuff on there.
All right.
All right.
All right.
But like I'm sitting there last night, the wife and I are sitting there eating dinner, and my phone starts, the notifications go off on my phone.
Uh-oh.
And she reaches over there and picks up my phone. And it was some woman talking about boob tape.
Ooh.
And the wife starts asking me, why are you getting a message from this woman
About boob tape?
asking about boob tape? Dear, I don't know. Well, who is this woman? Dear, I don't know. Well, why is she asking you about boob tape? Dear, I have no idea. And what it was is, she was just sent a message out to everybody asking if anybody had recommendations for boob tape. So it'd be like being on Twitter and asking everybody on Twitter, sending a notification to everybody on Twitter, asking if they had a recommendation for boob tape. So I deleted Lemon. I don't care how good the recipes are on there. I don't need that kind of aggravation in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, she comes up to me later on and she's laughing about it.
Oh my God.
You know, but still, I don't need that grief and aggravation. Um, had you heard about the woman fussing and fuming on YouTube
Uh-oh.
and other places?
About?
Now that Donald Trump's been elected, I'm
Uh-oh.
going to lose my $1,000 a month trans species child support check.
Oh God. I heard something about it, but screw
Her,
her.
her, she's saying my child, son, I think, thinks he's a cat.
And
He
she
wears
homeschools him.
he wears the ears, he wears the tail, he uses the litter box. When we go out, he walks around on all fours. And of course, the schools won't put up with him. So since this is classified as a mental illness, I've been getting $1,000 a month, which I use to pay my mortgage. But
Yeah.
I just got notification that that's going to end when Trump comes in office.
There you go. I can't even get carer's pay, and I have two fucking autistic kids here that I can't get a job and leave them alone or leave them with a sitter.
I can't. That sounded fishy as hell to me. It really and truly did. I cannot believe anybody's getting $1,000 a month because they want to let their kid think they're a cat.
Well, the teachers won't let him do cat things in the classroom, so she's got to homeschool him. So whatever, man.
I
I mean,
still
did you send him with a
can't.
litter box? I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
I still cannot believe. I refuse to believe that a woman was getting $1,000 a month, a check from the government for $1,000 a month because her kid thinks he's a cat. I refuse to believe that. Not after experiencing what I experienced for 2 years, fighting with going back and forth with Social Security, and now been fighting for a year with the VA. I just don't want to believe that it actually is something that exists.
Mm.
I mean, I actually looked it up. And I could not find anything even coming close talking about it. That's saying that actually isn't actually okay. It's not often I say food looks absolutely horrible, disgusting, and totally unappetizing, even in its description.
Okay.
Caramelized squash with cinnamon toasted nuts and scalloped potatoes with horseradish.
Is that all one plate or are these separate dishes or?
It sounds like it's two separate dishes.
I can go for it if it's two separate dishes, but the idea of horseradish on potatoes is not thrilling.
Yeah, scalloped potatoes with horseradish. And caramelized squash with cinnamon toasted nuts. I'm sorry, that does not even sound good.
That sounds like an acquired taste.
That's not something I want.
No.
Not good. Not good. Not appetizing. Nothing that I need in my lifetime. And horseradish has its place in meals,
But not with potatoes.
but not with scalloped potatoes.
Never with potatoes.
No, now I will take like uh, roasted and then roasted potatoes and dip into a mayonnaise and horseradish mixture. But now we're talking, roasted where they're nice and crispy. Crispy on the outside and soft and tender on the inside.
Yeah. You're
but
describing the perfect hash brown.
or a ketchup and horseradish mixture.
Oh,
But
I'm gonna be sick. That's gross.
that's nothing more than what that crap is that you get with shrimp.
Okay.
You know, that dip for shrimp is nothing more than ketchup and horseradish.
Cocktail sauce? Oh.
Cocktail sauce, yeah. All right. How to? Oh, you gonna watch the Tyson Paul fight tonight?
I don't even know. Somebody asked me to watch it with them. I guess. I don't know. I'd rather just watch a movie, but okay, whatever. We'll see what happens. You gonna watch it?
No.
You know it's gonna be a fucking murder out there, right? It's just that nah, he's Tyson, man. How you gonna think you can fight Tyson? That's the stupidest that's one of the stupidest things I ever heard.
Yeah, okay. Cock Okay, here we go. And see, you sound like I was crazy about cocktail sauce.
My mom used to make shrimp cocktails every Christmas. It was so good.
A half a cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of horseradish, a tablespoon of lemon sauce, lemon juice, a tablespoon of hot sauce, and a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce.
That sounds
That's
good.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
So I've I wish my wife liked seafood.
I wish I could eat seafood.
I want some shrimp and fish so
Me
bad.
too. I want some shrimp. I want some shrimp fried rice, shrimp chow mein with a side of shrimp rolls. I would be so that would make me the perfect happy camper. That's all I would eat if I could.
The wife doesn't even like the smell of cooked fish, so I can't even cook fish in the house.
Oh man. There's this
So if the only time I can get fish is if we go out to eat. But
I feel like one day I'm just gonna take some Benadryl and be like, screw it, and eat a big plate of shrimp fried rice. But I don't know.
you have that bad of an
My
allergic
throat
reaction to
closes
them?
up. It takes a while. It doesn't do it instantly, but it's definitely hard to breathe after like 5 or 10 minutes. And if I eat enough, it gets a little hard to breathe. Yeah. I found that out by accident.
Don't you have an EpiPen for that?
No, because
Or
I don't eat that. I don't look for it. You gotta look for shrimp. You can't just eat shrimp and not know it. It's gotta be in the name. You gotta know what's in there. You know, it's. I don't have an EpiPen. I got Benadryl though, like off-brand Benadryl.
does
So
that work?
yeah, it puts me to sleep, so I don't worry about the breathing part too much. I had an upper respiratory infection. I get it's real easy. I get those a lot actually, and I had one a couple of years ago, and I woke up gasping and screaming because I couldn't fucking breathe. And I didn't even eat shrimp. It was just I think our AC vents needed to be cleaned or something. But yeah.
Oh, don't worry. I don't worry about eating shrimp and not being able to breathe. I just overdose on Benadryl and go to sleep.
Yeah. It's worth it. If it's good rice, it's worth it.
I actually got into an argument with someone over washing rice.
You have to wash rice. What's the argument?
Exactly. White and brown rice, you have to wash.
Yeah, so
Okay, I don't wash my yellow rice, but I do wash my white and brown.
You have to. Listen, this is rice that comes from other countries, they are in those cloth bags and they get dragged around on the ground and stepped on and God knows what else. You don't want that. It's like if somebody drops a piece of fruit on the floor and picks it up, rubs it on their shirt and eats it. No, bitch, go wash that off. The sink is right there. It'll take you 1 minute.
The wife's been getting that stuff that takes the wax off of your apples and such.
Oh no, I like that wax. It adds. Oh, it's a style. I like it. Whatever.
Yeah, and especially off of broccoli.
Oh no, I like my broccoli.
And well,
Shut
there's only one way I like broccoli,
Steam.
and that's in a cheesy rice. Broccoli and cheesy
Ooh,
rice.
my boy likes that. Publix
And
used to make a store brand of their broccoli rice, broccoli cheese rice, and that was so good. They don't make it anymore. It broke my son's heart when they stopped making it because he'd ask me for years about that. I'd be like, no, baby, I'll make it for you from scratch, but the store doesn't make it anymore. And he would look sad. He's like, okay. And he would just look oh so sad for a while because that was his favorite side dish to eat ever.
yes,
You
I
didn't know about the Publix cheesy broccoli rice?
nope, nope,
It
nope.
was in a little box. It was a little mix. It was so cute. It was like Uncle Ben's or whatever brand box rice they had that was like fried rice or rice like this. It was good too. It was addictive. Even my ex-husband liked that. He didn't like anything.
I really didn't start shopping at all at Publix until about 6 years ago, and
Man,
that was basically when my grandson was born.
oh no.
And I went over and bought a bunch of went to hit their deli section
Oh, they got
and
good chicken.
bought a bunch of food for the for them so that they wouldn't have to worry about cooking
That
or
was
anything
nice.
for about four. Well, I bought them 4 or 5 days worth of food all out of their deli section,
That's nice.
sandwiches and
See, I made a lasagna and put it in the freezer, and when I came back, there was no lasagna when I got out of the hospital. That freezer was empty like a mofo when I went in there. I was like, what the hell?
who ate your
And
lasagna?
who lived there? My ex and his friggin' brother. I'm gonna tell you, one night I stayed up late, like frying this fish the way he liked. He would make this garlic kind of gravy for it, and I was like, no. I mean, I like garlic, but that was too much damn garlic. It was all garlic, like no tomato, no nothing to, give it some complexities or layers. So it was just garlic and something else, and I hated it. Even though it was tilapia, I couldn't eat it, and I fried it up. I fried like a whole bag. It was like 2 or 3 pounds. It must have been of fillets, and I fried them up so pretty. And I put the lid on the skillet, and I lay down. I got up a couple hours later. It's the middle of the night. I go back out, and I could hear my ex yelling. He's like, "Why didn't you leave me any fish?" I'm like, "What do you mean leave you any? I hate that shit. What happened?" His brother talked so much smack about how I'm not a good cook and ate the whole damn pan. There must have been 5 pounds of shrimp in that pan, and he left two little pieces for my ex-husband.
Whoa.
Yeah, talked all that smack and ate enough food for 3 people. He was getting pudgy when we broke up. I was so and seeing everybody in his family was nagging him to marry somebody else, and he married her. And then his brother was sad because that she couldn't cook for real. Everybody started losing weight in that house. My ex lost all his pudge weight. I put weight on him. I'm a feeder now. I learned all his style of cooking, and I would make shit stuff, and he just kept gaining weight. I kept cooking, and he kept eating.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah, I gotta make flatbreads too.
Oh,
I just remembered I gotta make
I
flat.
want to make.
I gotta make some flatbreads for my sister.
Oh man, those are so good. Miami subs. He would buy like a bag of 10 10 wraps for like $10, and they were real thick, and he'd heat them up in the oven, and they were so good. But I'd
Uh,
fry them in butter on the stove, and they were even better like that.
every now and again, they make sell those mini naan,
They are so good.
and yeah,
Later. How you doing? All right. Good
yeah,
morning.
yes, they are good. I will
Come here.
sit there and just go nuts on them.
What do you mean? What is? Good morning.
Get some spicy hummus.
Wow. Excuse you. Well, good morning, Princess Face. She sounds like a friggin' gremlin. Oh my god.
Ah,
She's so freaking cheerful in the morning. Like I can't stand it. It's like, damn. Her brother is more like me. He's like, in the morning. Her. Oh my god. She can't live if she hasn't smiled in everyone's face first thing in the morning. It's almost evil, cheerfully evil. I don't know if that's an alignment, but I think it is. And that's her alignment. That's it. I don't know what God would be associated with that, but oof. She's one of those people like she says something's gonna happen and you don't know how she's gonna do it, but it happens. Okay. It's like she says, Hassan sounds sick. He should go to the doctor. I'm like, the doctor's office isn't open today. Well, maybe he should go to the hospital. I'm like, sweetie, he's not sick. He's not going to the hospital. Well, maybe he'll have an accident. I'm like, and he's like, yeah, I'm not having an accident. And he spent the rest of the day just leaving the room anytime she entered. Ah, no, he's not going to the hospital. He's not having an accident, you little weirdo. Anyway, that's it. That's my life. Trying to make sure there's no accidents. So what are you? You're cooking this weekend, damn it! You told me. Yeah, I got
yep,
nothing going on.
that's my main project this weekend is doing some cooking, cleaning all the stainless in the house, stainless appliances, and uh, helping the wife finish up washing baseboards. You get two people over 60 on their down trying to wash baseboards. You never heard so much whining and complaining.
Okay.
Oh, I wish they'd come up with an
Annihilation.
easier way of cleaning baseboards.
Annihilation. That's what it is. That was actually a really good movie. There's a 2018 movie called Annihilation, and it is kind of Lovecraftian, where this squad full of women's soldiers are traversing the planet, and they're trying to get into a specific area that got hit by an attack. And as they're traveling, weird things start happening to them. And in
Right.
one area, they go and they think it's kind of safe, but there's a lot of human-looking topiary bushes, right? And it's real pretty. It's all green. It's a nice area, and you think it's safe there. It's not. But these two women are there talking to each other, and they decide to split up for just a minute to look for something. And the woman goes back to look for her buddy, and all she sees is human topiaries. And it's implied that the woman just gave up and turned into one. It's really creepy. I love that movie so much. It has kind of a Lovecraftian kind of feel to it. So I want to see that again. It was Natalie Portman, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Gina Rodriguez.
Full.
What was that?
No.
That was my phone.
Start from the beginning.
Yeah, that's it right there.
What do you think I do when you're away? You think I'm out in the garden pining, looking up at the sky? Why aren't you here?
I gotta leave a day early.
I didn't see Ex Machina. I kind of want to see that too. This was good though.
Your husband's here.
Uh oh,
Let me
he's
see
not
him.
supposed to be.
He's extremely ill.
You have to tell me where he was, what he was doing.
It was his decision to go in. It's something they termed the Shimmer. We've sent in drones and teams of people, but nothing comes back.
But something has.
You're a biologist. You served in the military.
If I knew what happened, I could save his life.
The boundary's getting bigger. It's expanding. We're talking cities, states.
You need to know what's inside.
All women, of course.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
and just like women, they all start turning on each other.
It's like they're stuck in a continuous mutation. Anything interesting in there?
No.
See, that couldn't be, man.
Not possible. You can't crossbreed different species.
What is it?
The soldiers on the last expedition.
They went crazy, or something in here killed them. Something's come through the fence.
Through the fence?
We have to go back. I can't go back.
We can camp here tonight.
Mm.
It's destroying everything.
It's not destroying. It's making something new.
God, she sounded so brainwashed. See, that couldn't be men. Men would get together and they'd either all agree to go back or they figure out a plan to not get split up. They'd make plans and follow them and they'd be okay. Women turn on each other. That's
Okay, this is going to sound crazy, but now you know what you've made me want to turn around and watch
what
Xanadu.
I like Xanadu. Was
I
it the
did
colors?
too. It was well, of course, being a musical. With
Olivia Newton-John, rest her soul.
right, and Michael Beck in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Gene Kelly.
just right.
And I love that movie.
It's just a great movie to sit there and watch. And
I didn't see it till I was in my 20s, I think, the first time I saw it.
I saw it when it first came out because this came out after The Warriors did.
Yeah, but before Grease.
And Michael Beck was one of the lead actors there in The Warriors.
He was so handsome.
And I don't think he did anything after he did these two. He didn't do much after he did these.
I don't think that was Michael Beck.
Yes, that was Michael Beck.
I mean, it looked like him. Okay, all right.
Okay, here, I'm getting ready to prove it to you.
Open your eyes and hear the magic. Universal Pictures announces the most dazzling romantic musical fantasy in
Olivia Newton-John, Michael Beck, Gene Kelly.
All right, you got me.
Starring Olivia Newton-John, Michael Beck, and Gene Kelly.
Whenever you're away from me, wherever you go, you're never far away from me. Lover, I won't take a backseat.
Oh God, disco.
Xanadu. It's a love story about a boy and girl from two very different worlds whom no one can keep apart.
Aww.
It's a spectacular entertainment that will transport you beyond your dreams. Xanadu, where time stops and the magic never ends. Xanadu.
I can't believe they put that on Broadway.
That was, and I actually had to talk the girl I was dating into go seeing that movie.
I'm really surprised.
She did, well, she wasn't an Olivia Newton-John fan.
Jealous bitch.
Okay. But, and she had no clue who Gene Kelly was.
Oh,
Of
God,
course.
idiot.
Well, no, I mean,
Where do you find these girls, man? I swear.
now the same place you find. Well, it's like a woman I saw on YouTube or on TikTok this morning that said white people can't make mac and cheese because only black people can make it right.
Oh my God, my mom used to make the best mac and cheese. But I have to admit, mine's better than hers.
And well, she was tearing down this young lady by the name of Tini, Tini. She is a professional chef who has a TikTok channel and a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And her mac and cheese recipe is what blew her up on TikTok.
Okay.
And I use my mom's recipe for mac and cheese, and it is really an amazing mac and cheese.
Ooh.
But on occasion, I will make Tini's version of it because it is very good. But you know, you get tired of eating the same dish the same way every time. So you change the dish up on occasion. So I will make Tini's version of mac and cheese on occasion. And it's really a good mac and cheese. And let's see here. I'm going to Tini mac and cheese. Get this little blonde-haired girl up. Here we go.
It gets all up in there, so you bite into the cream and the cheesiness. It's better than elbow pasta. Next, you have to shred your own cheese. Do not use pre-shredded cheese at all.
Exactly.
I don't remember if I said it or not, but I'm using a pound of pasta. A pound of Colby Jack, half a pound or 8 ounces of sharp cheddar. Toss it all together, mix it up, then divide half of it. Okay, now for seasonings, some salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, the smoked paprika, because I like that smoky, flavor. There we go. So I got this thing that's specifically for food videos, so hopefully it works. You can't see my face, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. In a pan, 3 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna make our roux.
At least she's making a roux.
When the butter is melted, add half of your seasoning. Make some more flavor. 3 tablespoons of flour. I'm trying to cook all the flour out. Next, 1 can of and milk. You're gonna immediately start whisking so you don't get clumps of flour. See, now it started getting thicker. I'm gonna add 2 cups of heavy cream. Mix the rest of your seasoning. Okay, my face is back. I just felt very bland without showing my face.
We were fine with that.
I'm gonna add a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Trust me on this, it makes it taste so much better. I don't want to hear anyone in the comments saying ew. No.
Ew,
This
shut
is
up.
good. If I don't have Dijon mustard, then I'll use ground mustard. I'm gonna let this thicken up a little bit more before I add my cheese into it. Now I'm gonna start by adding my cheese. I'm gonna let it melt before adding more cheese. So now my cheese sauce looks like this. Now I'm gonna add my pasta and I'm gonna mix it so I get all that cheese off it.
You need a bigger pot. Oh my god.
So I'm gonna layer my mac and cheese. I'm gonna go small layer first. Then layer this generously, last layer. And then lay it on top with a bunch of cheese. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 350 for about like 25 to 30 minutes whenever the top is melted. This is what she looks like. I forgot to mention I boiled it as well. I boiled it for like max 2 minutes just to get that nice little crust. And I like to put chives on top of it too. Listen to the crust. I like to purposely upset people by going in the middle.
I will say that Chick-fil-A is the only place that comes close to this.
Oh, I don't
Not in terms of flavor, but having that crust.
Yeah.
Oh, bam, 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 bam.
You clumsy puta.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Also, I don't want to hear anyone talk about putting breadcrumbs on the mac and cheese. I will never do that.
See, that's one thing my son loves is my mac and cheese. Anytime we have something going, he asks me to make that.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's a very simple recipe she makes there,
Yeah.
and it's not real difficult, but it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mass Creations, what's up, bud?
We're talking about food. Big fucking surprise. Pardon my French.
Who's breathing heavy? Who else? Ramen is her fan.
No, I can't fucking breathe. My allergies kicked in. If I take any more allergy pills, I will die. I took them all night to. Oh my god, I can't breathe. I like you. I love you guys. I'm gonna miss you. I swear I didn't eat shrimp.
Send you a pound of shrimp through the mail.
Oh god, why would you do that?
Deveined, shelled,
and ready to kill me. Oh my god, why?
with a pint of shrimp cocktail sauce.
Why would you do that?
With extra horseradish in it. And send that down to you.
God damn it, man.
Oh, I'll tell you, when my refrigerator went out this couple months back,
oh no,
I lost 6 pounds of crab meat.
Oh my god.
That I had been using in making crab salads, so that I could have some crab. I kept it in this separate refrigerator away from the wife. And I lost 6 pounds of crab meat. And the damn company would not they refunded me the price of the refrigerator, not for any of the food.
Oh my
god. I was so mad that I lost 6 pounds of crab meat.
Right there.
It felt like it. It felt like it.
Ice pops in my freezer when my fridge died. I had that, and I had different kinds of ice cream. And I opened the fridge, and there's purple dye running down the insides of my fridge. What the fuck? I didn't kill Grimace and shove him in the freezer. What the hell? I open up the freezer, and it's the damn grape pops. Damn, it's the damn grape pops. I felt like I was Dexter of the fast food world for a minute, and I opened that up. Man, I love Dexter. I love that show so much. It was really good. It had really good writing. Did you see it? You never watched it, did you?
No,
it's on Netflix.
I was not a fan. I watched a couple, 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Of it, and I was never a fan of. I just I had a hard time getting around the fact they were making a hero out of a mass murderer, out of a
But you know
serial killer.
what? He had the urge to kill, and his father channeled him in the right direction. Go after criminals that got released too early or didn't get charged properly. I mean, he was kind of doing a public service because, you know, it was what we all wanted. And one of the best scenes is when his wife's mom comes to town and she's kind of bossy with his wife and very judgy, and he's like, I don't think I like this woman. And she's like, well, he's killing all the right people. And he's like, oh, I could learn to like her. You know, for 1 minute, I thought he was making a kill room in his head just for her. And then he's ready to get along with her because she approved of what he's doing secretly. I'm like, oh, okay. That was a really great show. And he took her kids in along with her like they were his kids. And some weirdo started photographing the daughter. And he stopped him right there in the grocery store, like, you leave my kids alone, man. Next thing you know, Dexter's visiting him at his house and found out what he's on a list, you know. And then he found the pictures of the little girl all over this guy's computer. They were all clothed because it was outings at the beach and the grocery store. So apparently he'd been following them for a couple of days. And yeah, Dexter ended that shit right quick. With that quickness, it was beautiful. It wasn't even fancy. It was just, bye. I warned you.
I was trying to find a picture of a dead Grimace, and all I
my
can
God.
find are pictures of people laying on the ground pretending to be dead after drinking the Grimace shake.
Okay, Mass, I don't know what you're upset about. I'm not yelling. Okay, very good. Throw your plate out. Go on. You want to thank me, but do you want to live? One? Do you want to live for dinner time? All right, go play. Out. I'm in a call. No but, no. Two.
But oh man, this is just way, way, way fun this morning. They
Oh,
had
my job? I'll be right back.
all right. Yeah, Matt, this morning I got up and had to make wife biscuits and egg for breakfast today because
I'm so jealous.
the cat got us up at started getting us up at 2:30 in the morning.
Did you make the cat scrambled eggs too?
Oh, good God, no.
Nobody makes me scrambled eggs. I'm jealous.
Now I'll tell you what I do for the dog when I'm doing like fried chicken. Or I've got the egg wash left over.
Uh-huh.
I dump that egg wash into the hot oil
And you fry it up?
and fry it up. And then I save that back to mix into his kibbles for him. Because why throw away the perfectly good egg wash?
Right? Eggs are expensive now.
Yeah. And if I can add it to the puppy's food, why not?
It's like a choice. Do I make my car payment or do I get eggs? It's ridiculous now.
Well, did you hear that there's McDonald's onions in the Northwest are being blamed for listeria outbreak?
I did not know. I knew there was something going on with
McDonald's onion recall. Outbreaks of E. coli, I'm sorry. Where's the story at? Here we go. Let's see. McDonald's stores in Colorado, Kansas, Wyoming, Iowa, Idaho, Montana, New England, New Mexico, Nevada, Oklahoma, Utah. Let's see, Kansas, Missouri. Trying to see. Yep, Kansas and okay, Kansas is already mentioned. All right, so all those states, evidently their stores all bought onions from the same place. These are the onions on their quarter pounders from the Taylor Farms. So that's pretty wild. If you bought onions from the Taylor Farms,
No.
you may have had E. coli and didn't know it. That hurts. That hurts.
Well,
Somebody please give me. No, I got another 4 hours so I can take another pain pill.
take some Benadryl, take a nap.
No, I got a bottle of Jameson's Black Barrel sitting on top of the refrigerator. That'll take care of it. A quick half, but then no, I gotta go.
Careful, you're gonna have people showing up in your stream going, "You sound like you've been drinking."
After I
I've had
get,
that happen.
oh yeah, well, I've been accused of being a drug addict on this stream, so
I've been accused of by alcoholics of being an alcoholic while they were drunk. So
yep.
I drink like
Let's see.
3-4 times a year, and this is what I get.
I've been accused of being a drug addict. So
Man,
yeah,
watch your friggin' mouths.
I'll tell you, if these people knew how often I skip pain meds because I don't always take them. If I'm not hurting too bad, I don't worry about it. I don't go to the bedroom and take my pills just because it's that time of the day. I wait until the pain starts creeping up to a certain level. And then I know how long it takes for the pills to take effect. And I know, okay, I can take it up to this level. And if it keeps creeping up, I'm going to be, okay, I need to go back and take my pain pills now. And that way, by the time the pain starts creeping up to where I don't like it, the pain pills will start taking effect. And that's why I sometimes end up with more pills at the end of the month than what I tell you, the FDA or the DEA rather, I understand what they're trying to do. I really and truly do. Mm-hmm. Okay. But see, sometimes these pill counters can be wrong. These automatic pill counters.
Oh, and you're short 1 or 2.
And I get shorted a pill or 2 or 3. So I run out of pills a day early. Well, I'm sorry, but you picked up your pills the last time on the 30th, so you have to wait until the 30th to pick up your pills this time.
Right. You try to argue that you're short a pill, they ain't gonna believe that.
And then you sit there, but this is February. There is no 30th.
So you gotta wait till next month.
Well, now you gotta wait. So you gotta wait until the 1st.
Uh-huh.
And then that means I have to wait until the 1st every month after that to get my pain pills.
Yep.
Can't you give them to me a day early? No, we can't do that. Whoever sneezing, bless you.
Oh God! Don't.
Hey,
tell him
Mr.
that,
Carey.
because
Good morning.
He'll spend 5 hours saying thank you. He appreciates it.
pain is pain. You know, it's
Yup.
I love it when you go into talk to the doctors or the nurses, and the first words out of their mouth is, "What's your pain level like today?" And I'll say,
18.
Your scale or mine?" And they say, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, your scale, I'm at a 4. Well, I took my pain pills this morning. I took all my pills when I got up." "Oh, okay. And you're at a 4 after taking your pills?" "Yep." "Well, you seem awful cheerful for being out of 4. "Well, it's called masking. Because nobody wants to sit there and watch you cry all day, just every day because you hurt.
The world ain't gonna stop.
You know, you still got to get out there and live your life. So what's the worst pain you've ever had? Stuck the barrel of a 9mm into my mouth. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I would call that a 10. I said, yeah, I think I would too. Not well, maybe legally, Mr. Carey, but not store policy.
People get real self-righteous when they're talking about other people's pain.
Yeah, they really and truly do, and they. Well, you don't have to be so snappy at me. You don't have to be so mean. "Excuse me, you young son of a gun. I am hurting right now, and I would love to get my pain meds." I've now been, thanks to the DEA, Florida went 2 weeks without any hydrocodones. The entire frickin' state of Florida was without hydrocodone. Thanks to the DEA and their rules. Because they actually limit how much pain pills can be sent to a state. Not just a pharmacy, but a state in a month. And every month they've reduced that by over 25% over the past couple of years. So, you know, they just yeah. It was, oxycodone. My neurologist wants to step me up to oxycodones. He just moved me up on the hydrocodone, but he's saying next step will probably have to be oxycodone. So I don't want to go to oxycodone. I really don't. But see, my pain is a nerve pain there, Mr. Carey. It's not it's not like a broken limb or anything like that. It's nerve induced. So between the hydrocodone and the oxycodone, between the hydrocodone and gabapentin, that's how I'm being treated for it. But anyway, that's not what we try to talk about on Fridays. We try to make things fun on Fridays or anything. You know, one thing I'm going to do this weekend there, Ramen, and if I'm going to do my best to do it, and if I do, I will shoot you on DM to let you know. But I am definitely going to try to get on 7 days. That is going to be my goal, to get 2 to 3 hours on 7 days this weekend. Of course, I'll be starting from scratch, level 1, which I absolutely hate doing.
I don't blame you. After you played it for like a year, and then you gotta keep restarting. Those first 20 levels are pain in the ass.
Okay, we can't hear you. You're
What about now?
okay. Now I can hear you.
It's like, if you've been playing it since day one and you keep playing, eventually those first 20 levels feel like grinding.
Yep. Well, that's what I've actually started doing. I think I told you about this last year. Is I'll go into creative mode for a few minutes, and what I will do is, okay, these are skills I have as a human being.
Cooking.
Okay.
You gotta know how to make an egg. Come on.
All right. I know how to cook. All right. I grew up on a working farm, hunting and fishing. So I know how to hunt. I know how to skin animals. These are skills I already have. Okay. What weaponry do I already own? All right. So I will give myself the stuff that I figure I would already have and at the initial outbreak, along with the knowledge that I know I would already have. I'm not going to be some dumbass that doesn't know how to fry an egg. Because no matter what you do to me, you can strip me naked, I'm still going to know how to cook.
Right?
Cook a meal. So, and I go and give myself those things in the beginning, just to say, okay, at least now this is a little bit more realistic. Okay, now, but see, I don't do anything for mining because I'm not a miner.
Oh man, that's a skill
Okay.
I'd invest in though. Guess that's useful.
Don't cook with bacon naked. You are so right about that.
That is that's an awesome piece of advice no matter who you are.
That's
Of
it.
course, there's always this one idiot, oh, they don't know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing. I can do this. And then they're crying in the yard later.
Hey, Mr. Carey, I appreciate you stopping in on the rest of the week. We do a lot of politics and social issues and such with forays over into cooking because Ramen likes to cook. I like to cook.
And we both like to eat.
And I like to eat way too much. And
I am my own best fan.
so we're usually all over the place. On Fridays, we try to keep the politics and this downer stuff to a minimum because what we want to do is have, we're going into the weekend. The rest of the week has absolutely sucked. So let's try to go into the weekend with a little bit more of a pleasant mind. So you're more than welcome to join us whenever you feel like it. Pop in, add your 2 cents worth. We appreciate, we do try to interact with the people in the chats. But Fridays is the only date, okay, Saturdays and Sundays and Wednesdays are the days I normally don't stream because weekends I've got my grandchildren and the wife and such, plus we're coming up on Thanksgiving and I'm doing the main chief cook and bottle washer for Thanksgiving and my sister's coming down and then and I try to schedule all my appointments for one day, and that's usually Wednesday. So I'm usually not home to do any streaming on Wednesdays. So, well, I'm 65, And ramen's 21 for the third time.
29. I've been 29 a few times. It's okay.
Oh, 29 for a few times. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see,
It gets better each time.
I was being nice and saying 21.
I know. It's okay. 29 is my favorite age, though. For reasons I will not share. But
Okay.
TMI, y'all.
Well, see, 21, you nowadays you can legally drink. In my day, it was 18. I was talking to the difference, talking to a guy that a bunch of us were talking about our recruiters. And, and how the different recruiters treated us. Well, when I talked to my recruiters, I went to the Army recruiter first, and he was there when he's blowing cigar smoke all over the place. So I just couldn't talk to him. The Marine recruiter, first time I go in and talk to him, says, well, I'm getting ready. He said, why don't we go across the street to the bar and let's talk over there. You're 18, right? I said, yeah. He goes, okay, let's go across the street to the bar and talk. I didn't drink. I didn't even drink beer. Okay. In fact, I don't like beer. There's very few beers I will drink. And the Air Force recruiter, he was one that says, okay, so what's your interest? What do you like to do? What kind of jobs have you held? He didn't blow smoke in my face. He didn't try to get me drunk. He tried to find out what I liked. And when I told him I was working in a TV station and that was my goal, was to work my way up into engineering staff at a television station, at a big TV station or network. He lit up because we're from a farming town. Most of the guys joining the military were just trying to join it to get off the farm.
Oh, okay.
I was joining because I got laid off at the television station.
Okay.
And I did not want to go back to work on a farm. I found out what it was like to earn way above minimum wage at a television station.
Nothing wrong with that.
So we tried to take things, so we all laughed about how the different recruiters treated us. Like the one guy said the Air Force recruiter was never there, and the Navy didn't even have a recruiter.
Wow.
In the town. I guess they figured the Marine recruiter would do his job for him.
Nah.
But, because, the Marines are part of the Navy. But anyway, so we just started laughing about, telling jokes about all the different recruiters we had and who did what and how. Let's see here. I was born back in 59 there, Mr. Carey. So I'm part of the boomer generation. My parents were the silent generation. I hadn't heard about the silent generation until
my mother was never part of the silent generation.
Well, the silent generation, they're the ones that walked in and you knew you were in trouble when they started taking off their belt.
I bet the neighbors wish my mother was part of the silent generation, though.
They didn't have to say anything. They just, when they walked, they'd look at you,
You knew.
which eyebrow was raised.
Oh, yeah, just that one look.
It was like, how far was the head tilted to the side or down?
Oh my
The more
God.
the tilt, the bigger the trouble you were in.
I still think of my mom looking at me out the window, and nobody knew she was in the window because she was kind of back away from the frame, and she
Right?
just shook her head at me. And this is when the neighbor thought they found the dead body on the railroad tracks, and she's just looking at me and she's shaking her head once left, once right, like don't you say a fucking word. And I tried to be normal. I did. I tried so hard to be normal. But I looked at her and I looked at the neighbor that's freaking out, and I just fell on the concrete laughing my ass off. Like, literally, I didn't know people did that for real. I thought that was just a sitcom device. But I kept trying to get up, but I just started howling in laughter and I couldn't get up. And the neighbor's all mad because she's thinking I'm taking the murder seriously. And my mom's like, I'm going to kill you when you get up here. And I was so scared, but I couldn't stop laughing. It was like one of those things where, you have this one person that'll set you off just by looking at you with that stupid look. And you're not supposed to laugh because you're in the principal's office, but you start laughing anyway.
Yeah.
That was how my mom hit me that day with that look. And I just started, because it wasn't a dead body, but the neighbor didn't know that. And my mom was so mad at me. She looked like and I was scared of my mom, but I needed to breathe. And I couldn't even breathe. I tried to inhale and it would just be laughter. It was terrible. That was
Oh,
that's a Halloween story though. That's something I'm not gonna.
we had my we were out in this swimming pool. We had an above ground swimming pool my dad put up in every summer, and take it down in the fall. And one day our neighbors, and understand where I grew up, your neighbors were 1.5 miles away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And our neighbors called my mom and said that they could hear us playing in the water.
Oh no.
So she came out, called us all out
Snitches.
of the pool, broke the switch off the apple tree.
Oh no.
We're soaking wet from having been in
That
that
makes it
pool
worse. Oh
for
no.
a couple of hours. And she
Oh
switched
no.
us. Then she put us all in the car, still in our swimsuits,
Oh.
and drove us down to the neighbors
Okay,
and
did she
made
bring the
us
switch with her?
go up and apologize to her
For what? Making too much noise?
for making too much noise.
Damn.
And I mean, we had fresh welts across our backs
Totally unashamed.
from that switch. And we
Mr.
got
Jerry.
home.
Yeah.
We got home. And that evening when Dad got home, my mom told him.
Oh no, did he get you again or did he have mercy?
He went out,
Got another switch?
took a knife,
Oh no.
and shredded the swimming pool.
Apparently mercy's for the weak. Okay. That's not your dad's way, apparently. Shit.
We had no swimming pool after that. And no, my dad normally worked 2 jobs.
Ooh,
All right, so
right there.
on Saturdays, when he would take us all down to the basement.
Oh no, not the basement. Is the boiler in the basement?
Yes, we had a coal furnace.
No.
He would take us down to the basement,
Oh no.
and he would line us all up from oldest to youngest.
Oh no.
And
And he would
he's-
beat you because it was the weekend and he knew you'd be up to something.
And he sat there and says, "Okay." He started off my older sister. "This is what your mother said you did this week. Is it true?" The only answer you could give was yes.
Because otherwise you'd be saying mom's a liar and that don't fly.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you.
So he had his belt, and you got your whips, you got your licks,
You get what you get and you don't get to complain.
Exactly.
There you go.
And if you
Oh my
cried,
God.
if you cried,
Then he give you something to cry about?
you got a couple extra.
Oh my God. I need to tell you about the time my mom committed an actual murder. Go ahead.
And one time my younger brother peed the bed.
Oh no. How
And
old was
didn't
he?
I don't know. Let's see. I was probably in second or third grade, and he was 3 or 4 years younger than me.
Okay.
And
So he'd
but
be about
nobody would.
6.
He wouldn't fess up to doing it.
Oh my God.
So my dad made us all stand there holding on to this wet, pea soaked sheet
Blanket. Okay. Until somebody confessed.
until somebody said who it was that peed on it.
Oh my God.
And it's like, okay. And like he said, he goes, if you tell us, if you don't get in any trouble, accidents happen. Just don't lie to us.
Oh my God.
Tell us so that we can get this washed right away. Don't hide it. That was the mistake he made. Was he wadded it up and hid it underneath the rest of the laundry. And,
Oh.
and man, it's just oh. Don't get me wrong. My mom and dad, they loved us.
It was a different time.
And I would never call anything they did child abuse.
No, it was just a different time.
It was.
My
Hey,
mom was
Digi.
nuts, so.
It was. You learned young to admit. I mean, because on a farm where there's dangerous equipment and everything else around, if you messed something up, you had to go and tell somebody.
Yeah.
So that
Otherwise, it won't get fixed.
but nobody get hurt.
Right.
Nobody hurt using a broke piece of equipment. You didn't hide it. And that was the lesson that my parents taught us. Fess up. If you don't get near as much trouble if you fess it up right away. You get, it's not the crime, but the hiding of the crime that gets you in trouble.
Yeah, my kids are a lot better at telling me stuff than they used to be. It was really hard for a while.
What didn't you believe? But then now you say, okay, now I believe it.
Mr. Carey, the first video game console we had was a Telstar, and it was made by Coleco, but it had triangle-shaped cartridges. The console was triangle-shaped, and it had the gun and the steering wheel, and it was fun. And yeah, but then I got a ColecoVision as a teenager, and it came with Donkey Kong. I love that thing. The graphics were so pretty.
We actually got a video game system when I was a kid. A friend of my father's had bought, and it was the one that came out. It was the one that came out with Pong.
Oh, that's probably Telstar or some version of it.
And what had happened was he'd bought it for his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his kids did nothing but fight over it.
Oh, God.
So he took it away from them and gave it to my dad to give it to us.
I love pinball, though, so I love that system.
And we sat there and played Pong. The only game it played was Pong.
Wow, that's so limited. Okay.
But you didn't have a game before, so you got something new.
And it played on a TV, so you weren't squinting. Okay,
right.
Mr. Carey, I know you don't remember Telstar. Only like maybe 3 people bought the damn thing, but it was so specific, and It had 3 cartridges and they all had the same games. Pinball, like different versions of pinball, single player pong, which is handball, tennis, race car, and something like Duck Hunt, but it wasn't really because it was before Duck Hunt. What I remember, it had these tiny, I guess they're the equivalent of controllers now, wired handheld things with a little spinny dial. And on the left of the spinny dial was a tiny button. And if you were playing tennis with somebody, you could hit that button at the last second and the ball pixel would speed up so fast you couldn't catch it if you weren't, close enough. So yeah, I was kind of cheating before I knew it was cheating. It was great. I'm surprised my brother didn't figure that one out first. But see, I told my mom not to do it, so she can't blame me for that. Who wants to hear my mom's almost murder story? The spin down,
What
yeah.
was it?
Okay. This is really a Halloween story, but almost not really. It's only Halloween because technically it started in October. Okay. Thank you, Digi. You're the best. When I was a kid, my mom had complications from diabetes. She lost her leg. Okay. She was in the hospital a while. She had to go through physical therapy, get her prosthetic and whatever. She hated that fucking prosthetic. Because she saw a guy while she was recovering who had it was just a metal stick with a sneaker on it. And he got that only because he was an athlete. It was very light. The one she had must have weighed 500 fucking pounds. I tried to lift that thing. I could barely lift it. And it was skin colored. And it had a lace up shoe on it. And she had to make to it for her actual foot. But oh my God. It looked like a real leg. It was all flesh colored and everything. So she hated it because, her stump was still stored. They made her work with that thing. And one day I came home from school and my mom was cursing up a storm. Now, normally she waited for me to tell her what happened before she started cursing, but she was cursing about that freaking leg, and I don't blame her, but she got her fingers caught in the joint at the knee where it bends, and her finger got stuck in it. And the only way she could get out of it was to literally rip her finger out of it, and it tore her finger, and there was blood everywhere. Thank you, Mr. Carey. And she got so mad. And she's like, throw it out. I'm like, where? Throw it downstairs. I'm like, we can't do that. Somebody will report it because that's a piece of equipment paid by Medicaid. You can't just do that. You have to return it. It has to be recycled, all this other stuff. You can't just throw a big piece of medical equipment out. And our neighbors were snitches, man. They would have called it in. They're just that cunty. Anyway, so I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, you know what? I could put an IV in this thing. And once it starts growing over the stump, I could sell this in the village, Greenwich Village. This will be called an art piece. I could get serious money for this thing. I kick myself every day for not doing that. Because I think that looking back, I still think some weirdo would have paid a lot of money for that thing as a planter. Anyway. So first my mom's like, throw it in this place. I'm like, no, it's not going to work. Then she tells me the dumpster across the street where the diner on the corner, throws her stuff. I'm like, no, man. They're going to open the dumpster and see a leg. Somebody's going to friggin' call the cops on us. So she's okay. This is what you do. You're going to roll it up in a garbage bag and then bag it up and carry it downstairs after midnight. I'm like, all right, let's do this. You're going to dump it on the railroad tracks across the street. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's October. There's no foliage out there. It's friggin' cold out. She goes, nobody's going to go down there in winter. Throw it. I'm like, fine, whatever. So I threw it and then I forgot about it because it's like October. I got stuff going on. I have a life, So Thanksgiving comes and there's snow and it gets really high and it's all through the winter and we never saw it again. We never thought about it. Then one day, I think it was like beginning of April, I'm letting the dogs out. I had 2 dogs and I'm letting them run around on the railroad tracks. That was like the neighborhood dog run before you had dog parks. So everybody in the entire friggin' neighborhood, like a whole 10 blocks surrounding, would take their dogs there. And if you saw somebody with their dogs there, you would wait. And you would wait for your turn. When they would come up, when they would leave, you'd take your dogs. So everybody in the neighborhood had dogs. So my neighbor started yelling, hey, get upstairs. And I'm like, what? She's yelling out her window, screaming something I don't know. And I'm looking at her, I don't understand. So she starts pointing. and I don't see anything. I'm like, what? And she's just pointing. I'm like, I don't understand. What are you trying to tell me? And so I get a little closer. I'm not standing in the street to yell, because that's how you get hit by a car. So I'm looking at her, and my mom is like seated a little back from the window, but I can still see her very clearly. And I never seen her look this serious in my life. I didn't do anything. And she's shaking her head to the left, right, very slowly. No. And I know I need to keep my mouth shut. And finally, I'm like, what? And the neighbor points. She's like, there's a dead body. I'm like, where? And she points. And I guess someone's dog must have dug it up, but there was that leg still with the fucking shoe on it. My mom was so mad. If looks could have killed, I would have been dead. That's when I fell over and started laughing, rolling on the ground. That is the only time in my life I've ever done that, before or since. And my mom's mouthing, get up here now. And I'm like, oh shit, I have to get up. I told her not to do that shit. I told her, even as a teenager, I knew not to do that. And she was so mad. I thought we were going to jail because she dumped waste down there, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Because there's laws. You can't just dump big objects somewhere and think it's okay. Oh my God. That neighbor was so mad at us for scaring her like that and not giving her a heads up. She didn't talk to us for months, which was great because I didn't like that old bitch anyway. But yeah. So that was my mother's almost murder story. I mean, it doesn't beat the time she almost flew out of the car on the bridge. But it was a thing. One of these days I'm going to put it in writing. Someday I'm going to write a book. I had a really weird childhood. That was probably the most normal part of my childhood, folks. And now you no longer need to wonder about why I am the way I am. Oh my God.
Did you? Oh my! They got that redhead freak going to be hosting the Oscars this year. Well, another reason not to watch the Oscars. Conan O'Brien.
You know what, Digi? If I stream later, I'll tell stories about my mom while I'm playing my game. I don't know what I'm gonna stream if I do. Anybody got any suggestions? I miss Halloween. Usually every Halloween I play something scary. Last year was fucking great though. Single player horror. That's on Steam. Nobody knows how to get through that game. There is not a complete walkthrough of that game, only like the first few parts. And it's all full motion video, the whole thing. So you're running. It's just my name, Undead Ramen. But yeah, you're running and it's all like just fields and stuff. I don't know how to live through that. I screamed through that whole game.
Yeah, I think I've just found out what the wife can get me for a Christmas present.
What? What you want?
How much is this stupid thing? Oh, it's only $700. No, she won't get it for me. It's Samsung's got a new watch coming out.
Ooh.
I don't need a new watch. Other than the watch I've got, the face is kind of scratched up.
Okay.
But I'm geeky enough that the technology that the new watches have, like Samsung's got a new ring that interacts with your phone and watch.
Awesome Batman level stuff. Okay,
Right.
Mr. Carey, thanks for stopping by.
All right, thanks for coming by, Mr. Carey. We've got my wife works with a bunch of Spanish only speaking people, right?
Oh no.
So you've seen those translator earbuds?
Mm-mm.
They actually work with your phone to translate foreign speech into English.
I know you had a program for that on your phone, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Try to find it, and they all want me to pay for it. Are you paying for yours?
No. Google's got one, and Microsoft has one. They're both free.
On offhand, do you remember the name of yours? You don't.
Yeah.
I don't need it right this second. I'm just.
I'll pull. Take me 2 seconds to pull it up here.
All right.
All I gotta do is open up my damn phone. Translator and Translate. The Google is Translate, and you download that off of the Google Play Store.
Google Translate. Okay.
All right.
'Cause
And the Microsoft one is called Translator.
it's wedding season is gonna start, and I know I got sucked into one for next month, but I don't want to do this anymore.
And
I hate weddings so much.
they've got several well, thanks, Mr. Carey. Appreciate the sub. They've got several hundred languages there that they translate. So anyway,
thank you.
So I bought her a set of these earbuds that translate Spanish to English. I told her not to tell them that she's got them.
Did they steal them as a joke?
Well, no. She no. I just ordered them the other day. They haven't come in yet. But I told her when they do come in, not to tell anybody what they are. Let her think that she's just wearing earbuds.
Right.
And just to see what they're saying, wear them around just for a while to see what they're saying about you or about anybody else. Because they've got a half a dozen of these Spanish only speaking women there.
Oh.
And she said they all get together in the corner of the room and they start talking Spanish to each other, and nobody else up there can understand what they're saying because they're only translators are from their group.
Right.
And she said, as far as we can tell, we think they're all in the country legally, but we're not certain. It's like, well, so I'm waiting to see how much fun she has with them.
Okay.
I may borrow them come the summertime when she's not working as much. And we start getting a lot of the Spanish speakers in at the hotel. So I can hear what the wives and girlfriends and other friends are saying in the background.
No. Come here. What you doing?
So,
what are you doing?
Well, Ram, we've gone a little bit long here today, and I've still got to get to Home Depot and get the stuff to fix the wife's toilet.
Yes, baby.
So,
yeah, get it.
We actually have separate bathrooms because she's got all her stuff. She takes up an entire counter just with her stuff.
I used to when I was working because I had a specific makeup thing I did in the mornings, and it wasn't a lot. It was just such a set routine.
She doesn't wear makeup, but she's got her hair care stuff and this and that,
and my toner and my moisturizer and all that stuff. Yeah.
Right. So she actually uses the hall bathroom for all her stuff in the morning.
I had all my stuff neatly lined up in rows and set up.
So, but that's okay. So, but anyway, Mr. Carey, it was nice to meet you. Thank you for the sub. Digi, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. And everybody else, Max, thanks you for stopping in. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
And y'all have a good one. try to stay out of trouble for the weekend. And of course, be with the ones you love and love the ones that you're with. And thank you for coming on, Ramen. I almost forgot to thank you today.
You don't need to thank me. I
Ooh.
have so much fun with you.
All right. Well, everybody be good. Enjoy yourselves.
Bye.